everyone. So I have literally not vlogged a thing today apart from a couple of clips here and there when I made my breakfast and I went out for a quick walk earlier, but I've had a bit of a weird day. I've not really done anything, to be honest. We did spend a couple of hours outside in the garage. We've kind of got a bit of an extension and there's a room there that we use as an office, and it was just completely covered with rubbish and just, it was like the room that we just kept dumping things in. So we did a bit of a clear out of that and then nipped out to the chemist and went for my walk. I had another work call that was last minute, so yeah. I'm here now and I thought, do you know what, I'm not gonna force myself to read if I'm not feeling it. And I noticed that Lindsay from Lindsay's Book Life, I want to say, has just posted a video with her BookTube prize rankings and vlog of round 1, and I realised that Robert has just posted on the BookTube prize channel. I don't know if this was today. Yeah, it was posted today. So I'm literally just going to watch that right now because I am, as is everyone on BookTube, very invested in this. This is like my, I think Eric calls it, like, it's like our sport for readers. This is like a big sporting event, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to sit down and watch this, and not going to lie, we have just placed an order at the Indian to be delivered. So yeah, waiting patiently for that to come, looking out the window to jump as soon as he knocks the door, and I will be watching this video. So I'll check in with you later. Bye. Okay, I just had to pick up the camera again because I needed to show you what I just got. Some book mail. Yeah, I like never pre-order books ever, so this is quite a special occasion for me, and it is absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. So love Maggie O'Farrell. I think I've read 1 or 2 of her books, but she's one of those authors that even though I've not read a lot from her, I just think I'm gonna love her. So love Maggie O'Farrell, check. Love historical fiction, check. And yeah, I just think I'm gonna love this. So very excited. I actually bought a copy of Hamlet by Shakespeare, so that I could read that before this. I don't think it's got anything to do with the play, but you know, I just like to do that. I like to be prepared. So yeah, I actually have a copy of Hamlet over there that I'm gonna read soon so that I can read this. I kind of want to read this like now, so maybe I'll read Hamlet tomorrow and then read this after. But it's so pretty. Oh my god, look at the gold foil. I mean, it's just stunning. And the end pages, look at this. Just amazing. It's the little things, people. It's the little things. Okay, so I just had a moment because I was showing Danny how amazing the book was, and I took the dust jacket off and saw this underneath, which has literally just made it like 10 times more beautiful. So yeah, loving this. Definitely worth the pre-order, and it matches my nails, so it's a win-win situation. I just wanted to do a really quick clip to show you my bullet journal for this month. So I thought this quote was pretty apt for the time that we're in at the moment. Yeah, and it kind of reminded me of spring a little bit too. So I did some really bad doodles of flowers and grass. I am not a artist, that's for sure. My little April monthly thing. And then I do this spread every month just to track the movies and TV I watch and my reading. Haven't decided on an April TBR yet, so that will be decided soon. And then all I can do is do my Goodreads Want to Read project and then have to leave the rest blank because this spread, I don't know how long it's going to be. So I also do like a book haul section and a bookstagram section, but I have to wait until I've filled this out first because if I go back, I'll show you. So in March it was only 2 pages long, but then I'm pretty sure in February, oh yeah, in February it was like a page, so I did the book haul there, but in January it was really long. I think it was like literally pages. So yeah, I'm just leaving it there. So I'll fill this in tomorrow, and then I can carry on with a book haul spread, a bookstagram spread, and then that's pretty much it. I just go into my dailies and yeah, keep it pretty simple. So yeah, quite happy that I got that done. Now I just need to figure out the books that I'm going to read this month. Okay, so I'm here again. Excuse the really horrible lighting and the state of me, but I thought I would just let you know that I'm going to sit down and read some more of The Paying Guests. I was hoping to finish this today. Not sure that's going to happen because I'm on page 432 and it's like 600 pages long, so who knows? Depends when I fall asleep. But yeah, this is kind of turned into more of a like mystery, kind of. Like, I don't know, it gets pretty extreme with the twist that happens, but and obviously you know what happens, but there's quite a lot of intrigue with a couple of the side characters, and I think Sarah Waters, one of the things she does really, really well is intrigue and suspense. So I am definitely invested in this now, and I think earlier I read like 70 or 80 pages in one sitting, so that's always good when you can do that. And I have to say, like, for a 600 page book, getting through it quite quickly. I've just not really sat down to read very much over the last couple of days, so yeah, I'm going to try and get through as much of this as I can before I go to bed tonight, so that I can count this as a March book, because I am that obsessed. But yeah, nothing much to report yet until I finish it, but I'll check in with you before I fall asleep. Yeah, I will. I'll try. Okay, speak soon. This is literally my life when I'm trying to read. Cats everywhere. And no room for the book. Where am I going to put the book, Blackie? Where am I going to put my book? Blackie has been a book stand many a time, so I'm sure he won't mind being a book stand tonight. Love you. I love you. Hey guys, I'm back in the reading chair. So I just went on a really nice long walk all the way through to like the next village and over the hill and through the woods, which was really nice. I feel like I needed that, so pretty exhausted now. I think it's like 1 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna read a little bit. Where is my book? Here it is. I'm going to read a bit more of this. I read a little bit this morning when I was having breakfast, so I'm on page 470, so I have like 120 pages to go, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I feel like I actually don't know how it's going to end and like how it's going to wrap up, so I think, yeah, I'm excited for a good climax to the story. So I think I'm going to read for a little bit before I make myself some lunch. So yeah, that's the plan. It's a really nice day, although it doesn't look that sunny. It's really, really nice out there, so I might go and sit outside again while I'm reading, but we'll see. We will see. But right now, I'm just going to start reading. I never actually said that I didn't check in last night, obviously. So, yeah, I literally read, I think, 10 pages before I fell asleep. Or at least I was like not taking in what I was reading, you know, so I thought I would just go up to bed and watch a couple of booktube videos and then just go to sleep, because there's just no point. I do this thing where I read and then I'm like, I literally didn't even take in the last 3 pages, so there's just no point. So yeah, that was all that I was going to say. Sorry I didn't check in. My plan was to finish the vlog yesterday, but I feel like I should go to the end of this book so that you can see my final thoughts. So yes. Stop dilly-dallying, Kayleigh, and read. Hey guys, it's a couple of days later. I thought I would just come on here to let you know my thoughts on The Paying Guests, because I have finished this now. I think what Sarah Waters does really well is characters and plot, so I think that's why you read a Sarah Waters novel. Definitely the characters in this is what made it for me. I think every single character is so deeply drawn, they're so vivid, and each character she somehow manages to make each character have a past and have a backstory, which just makes them seem so much more real. And even the side characters, like I genuinely feel like I'm going to remember these characters for a long, long time. I think my favourite characters were Frances, of course. She was amazing. She was just really rebellious and quite reckless. Obviously, right now she's in a position where she needs to be responsible, and she's looking after her mum, she's looking after the house, and she's having to do all of the jobs all of the time. But you get an insight into her past and what she's kind of had to give up to be in the situation that they're in now. So yeah, it was just really nice to hear about her character, and I think as the drama in the story continues, you definitely see her true colours come out, which I loved. I also really liked Leonard Barber. I think you kind of love to hate him a little bit. He was very kind of sly, a bit sleazy, but you know, he would kind of saunter around the house. Every comment he made had some sort of innuendo to it, but in sort of like a charming way, if there is. And you know, he would wander around the house whistling tunes, and I think I can literally hear that now. Like, yeah, he's just very memorable character for me, so really loved him. And then the plot, so the first half of the novel really is just a character study, like you're really just looking at Frances's relationship with the couple, and then obviously particularly her and Lillian's relationship getting developed, and then after this sort of midway point turns into a bit more of a mystery. There's a lot more plot involved, a lot more intrigue with some of the other characters, and you're kind of trying to piece together and like fill in the blanks of what we don't already know. And then in terms of the writing, like, I really enjoy Sarah Waters' writing, and I think it's very compelling. Like, you wouldn't be able to sit through a 600-page historical novel if the writing wasn't good. And you know, it takes good writing to be able to draw such realistic characters, but I don't think her writing is necessarily the most beautiful or the most lyrical writing. It's just very readable and very compelling, and she can do really, really good descriptions, like I say, of place and of characters. There's themes of like lesbian romance and lesbian relationships in the time, which is very interesting to read about, and I think there's a couple of other characters as well from Frances's past in here that you see, and it is really interesting to see how women lived in the time, especially if you did have female companions, and it's kind of sad, to be honest, to read about that. So interesting though. Also just the themes of what it means to be in a relationship and your loyalty to each other, and obviously Lillian and Leonard have a marriage, so it really kind of looks at that as well, and what is a happy marriage, and what does it mean to be in a good, solid relationship. I think it also looks on loyalties and the lengths that you could go to protect yourself and protect the ones that you love. And then towards the end of the novel, there's also themes of justice and I guess like right and wrong. Yeah, and I guess like your morals. And it kind of makes you question what you would do in this situation. And I think that's what I love as well about the characters, is that none of them are 100% good or 100% bad. Like, everyone has a bit of moral ambiguity, which is good, because it's much more realistic that way. And then lastly, I think in terms of the way that the novel is like structured, this is probably the only thing for me that I didn't quite enjoy, and I gave this book 4 stars, so I think this really was the thing that kind of knocked that star off for me. And that was the way that this was structured, like the kind of major plot twist, the thing that happens, the event happens at about the halfway mark, so it really does split the book in two for me. And so like I said, the first part of the novel, you're really developing the characters. It's all about the characters. I wouldn't necessarily say a lot of things happen, but you do have certain events and certain things that kind of like bring the story along, but really it's about the relationships and building those characters, and I really love that part of it. Like, I don't need plot. Like, that was really good. But then at this 50% mark, the event happens, and then the second half of the book for me kind of seemed a little bit less character focused and a lot more plot heavy, and some of the scenes seemed to be a bit repetitive, and maybe the pace was a little bit slower, and it felt like that second part of the novel could have been shorter, or maybe had the event happened later in the novel, then it would have taken less time to wrap everything up. But with that being said, I really enjoyed it. I think overall this is a really solid historical novel. If you've not read Sarah Waters before, I probably wouldn't recommend that you start here. I think if you love plot and you love a plot twist and you just want a really fun ride, I think Fingersmith is the best place to go. And if you enjoy a good characters and a good story, then maybe try Tipping the Velvet. But this one is really good, and if you've read Sarah Waters before and you want to continue on with her, I would definitely recommend giving this one a go. I think if you enjoy The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry or The Fair Fight by Anna Freeman, like, there are some authors who are writing books now that are quite similar to Sarah Waters in style, so if you've read them before and you enjoy them and you're thinking, oh well, I enjoy Sarah Waters, then yeah, definitely give her a go. So yeah, that was my thoughts on The Paying Guests by Sarah Waters. Happy now that I have read all of her books, so I can tick her off of my author list. It's always good when you can do that, say I've read a whole author's backlist. So that is that. I'm going to end the vlog here. Sorry for dragging it out for so long. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!